Nerazzurri fans from all over the world, welcome to the Interglobe to celebrate a victory finally in Sassuolo. Last year we lost. Victory with Sassuolo that is very important for us because it gives continuity to our trajectory, and so I'm very pleased. It wasn't a wonderful game, honestly. We started off, I would say, pretty well. We had a couple of nice opportunities with Lauti and the main problem for our team was construction. We had a lot of trouble when it came to constructing plays from defense because they were pressing very well with 3 men in their forward area, and so it was really tough to get past this pressing. Once we did that, then good things happened because we were able to be dangerous more than once in the first half even, but you could feel that starting the plays was really difficult, also because Aslani was marked from up close by Lopez, and this made things even tougher. The absence of Brozovic, of course, is not light. Then we managed at the end of the first half to score the goal with Dzeko, and the second half we came in so, nothing special. Then they scored, and here what I loved was the reaction. Finally we had a reaction like saying, you know what, now we're going to score one more and then we're going to shut you up. And this is exactly what happened. Again, it was not a perfect game, but I appreciated the psychological strength of coming back after a tie, which in many games before was something that we missed out on big time. Going to our players, Onana, I was happy to see him because really, it's like a breath of fresh air for me. And he played a fairly good game, nothing exceptional, but he came out of the goal a couple of times in a good way on the low part on his right side. And even when it came to constructing the game, he had troubles as well because he shot 2 times over the line, and so it was not very precise. But once again, as we said in the previous videos, he's going to make mistakes, but these mistakes are going to help him to become a leader in this team. Unlike Andanovic, when he makes mistakes, they're good for nothing, just to prove that he's an old soccer player. So Onana, all in all, I would say good performance. D'Ambrosio, I love him. He's always giving all he has for the team, so I would say that also his performance was positive. I mean, it was not easy also to start the game with the defense that was kind of, I think it's the very first time that we see it with Acerbi and D'Ambrosio, apart from Bastoni. So I think that he did a very good job. And Acerbi, I would say the best in defense, as it's something that happens pretty often these days, because he was showcasing a good personality, indicating to his teammates where to go, what to do, and also he got a couple of nice balls, dangerous balls, and so I would say that especially on Pinamonti, he had a very good game. Bastoni, I mean, in the beginning he had that incredible run, and then he gave the ball to Lauti who missed, but in offending he was very good, not only here, but when he also touched the ball on a corner kick and gave it to Lauti again, and again he missed it, but on the goal he was horrible. I mean, he went to double mark a player that was already marked by Acerbi, and he didn't stay on Frattesi, so it starts to become a problem, the way that Bastoni marks his opponents, honestly. Great in offending, but I would say not up to his standards in defending. Then we have Dumfries, immense, I would say, physically overwhelming, amazing 1-2, giving the ball and getting it back, which is his specialty. A lot of great crosses, including one for Lauti, who missed once again. And all in all, a very good game by Dumfries. Barella, good, concentrated, focused, calm, I really liked fast, rapid, agile. I really liked the way he played. Aslani paid the fact that he was marked by Lopez, who is a very good player, so he didn't do honestly very well today. On top of it, he got a yellow card, and this basically closed his game at the end of the first half. You can really see that he wants to, overdo things. He wants to show that he can play in Inter, and at the moment this is going against him. So probably the only player who I would give not a good grade today is Aslani. Çalhanoğlu, very good. He played first as a wing and then came back and played in Brozovic's role or in Aslani's role, and he gave a couple of great balls to other players including Dzeko. So I would say that he had a good game today, Çalhanoğlu. Di Marco, precious feet, really very well educated, as we say here, very elegant, and he was just tired at the end, so it was good idea from Inzaghi to substitute him. Dzeko, he's giving, the last drops of this champion are what we're seeing now. He scored his 100th and 101st goal in Serie A, so this is really something that I'm happy for. And he of course has some drawbacks, some weaknesses that are natural for a player of his age, like sometimes he doesn't retain the ball properly, sometimes he tends to throw himself through the ground a bit too early, like in that one opportunity in midfield where he was able to get the ball, and then instead of trying to run 10 more meters and and give a yellow card to the Sassuolo player, no, he dropped to the ground right in the beginning of the play, and I think this was something not very intelligent that he did. And also he missed some shots, but all in all, what can you tell to a guy who scores 2 goals and who makes your team win and almost scores 3? So I can only say that he's immense, and I would give him the MVP trophy for this game, because at 36, being able to do what he's doing and carrying the weight of the forward on his shoulders, because Lautaro, we've seen how he played and what he's done, is something really to be celebrated. So Dzeko, thank you so much. Lauti, 8 games without scoring, it starts to become also a problem, and he was late sometimes when Bastoni gave him the ball. He was very good in trying to find the space at the end of the first half, but then Consigli saved it. He had a great header towards the end, and again he was unlucky not to score. But once again, we always say this: when he doesn't score, he has to give more, because he's the most paid player on our squad. Mkhitaryan, who came in, let's go with the substitutions. He was not very precise in the beginning, but then he made the assist with Dzeko for the goal that turned out to be the most important one of the game. So I would say that, and then after the goal, it was nice to see how he was, feeling good and confident, and he made a couple of other good passes, and even defending he was very tough. So all in all, I would say positive performance by Mkhitaryan. Darmian, good as always. He did a great give and go play with Mkhitaryan on the goal, and so I would say definitely positive performance. Gagliardini, nothing noticeable, so I wouldn't define his game in any way or form. Inzaghi, we witnessed the first substitution of a coach. Can you imagine? No, it was just a joke, but it was so funny when my brother told me, because he got a yellow card, so he always substitutes players when they get a yellow card, so I thought that he would substitute himself with Farris. It was so funny. Anyway, Inzaghi was also, I would say, the most important element in this match, because all his choices were perfect. The starting lineup, I was really happy about what he chose. Onana in the goal, Aslani without fear in Brozovic's place, even if he's a 20-year-old player. So very good. And then some other things he did that I appreciated were D'Ambrosio from the beginning, so that Skriniar could rest a bit. And also I like the idea of taking out Di Marco because he was frankly dead. So I think, you know, he made all the right moves today. So Inzaghi also fantastic. And I wanted to end on a note, on a sort of a ironic note about Dionisi, this coach that at the end of the game was always there, almost pressing physically Dumfries to be fast in his plays. And I wish I had seen that same determination from Dionisi in last game of the last Serie A, when basically Sassuolo didn't even play the match against Milan. Having said that, I'm so happy that we won, and now on to Barcelona. If you enjoyed this video, please, as usual, punch the like button, subscribe, which is something that's very important for me, and as always, Forza Inter! Ciao!